I promised to give to Toys for Tots. And I guess they didn't believe me. Please, give to the children this Christmas season. It's a perfect day for Tom Green and his two sons to put the top down and take a quiet ride through the countryside. An opportunity for Dad and sons to spend some time together, to smell the air, and to feel the fresh breeze coming off a nearby lake. But there is something unusual about this car. Notice those propellers on the back and the license plate, ARC 2. An arc reminds one of a boat. Boats float, of course, and cars stop where the pavement ends. Tom is the proud owner of a 1966 Amphicar. It was produced in West Germany in the mid-60s, and to his knowledge, there are only about 500 of these vehicles still on the road, or should I say, still afloat. The car attracts folks like Floyd Carter, an engineer himself who can't quite believe what he just saw.
I've been all through New York, and I've never seen anything like this.
Lloyd's not alone. These ladies haven't either.
Wheels keep going around when you...
Well, let's ask them. Tom, they want to know if the wheels keep going around underneath the water.
No, I turn those off.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question, though. I never thought about that.
Well, I didn't know.
Well, what did you think when you saw that car go into the water?
I was very surprised. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Have you ever had any unusual incidents where someone saw this car actually go in the water and thought that that was the end of this car?
There was one time, it was on this very ramp, as a matter of fact. This goes back 7, 8 years ago. But I was going down the ramp, and there was a gentleman that was a little bit intoxicated on the side, and he was going to save me. So he starts running across the front, and I didn't piece it all together until it was almost too late. And when he ran out onto the ramp, he had slipped and fallen right in front of the car. And he was going to stop, and he thought my brakes were out or something, and I almost ran him over.
So if you see Tom in his car, please don't try to save him. The Amphicar is seaworthy. A special latch and door seals keeps the water out. It's powered by a 43 horsepower 4-cylinder engine with a top speed of 75 miles an hour on the road and 9 knots on the water. So why did the manufacturer stop producing a gem like this?
First of all, it cost about as much as a Cadillac for its day. When they came out in '61, they were $3,500, which is the same price as a Cadillac. Mm-hmm. And the interior is very Spartan. The whole car is very Spartan. So if you had a choice of luxury or Spartan, the public went with luxury.
But Thomas Green echoes another possible thought of the potential buyer of this type of car back in the 1960s.
I've had it for 13 years, and you're just not supposed to put a car in the water.
Look at all these grocery items just waiting for Saginaw media teams to grab for charity. TV5 even brought their own cheerleaders, and everything we could grab in 5 minutes will be donated to the Salvation Army. The site, the Kessel Food Market on Tittabawassee Road, and it's the first annual race for charity, with Al Kessel and all his employees anxious to help the needy.
You know, we have to help out all these charities. We do it every year. This year we came up with this unique idea of a race, and we can't hardly wait for Art Neal and Dick Fabian to stumble through the store. And what they get is going to determine how much I give to the charity. So the pressure's on them.
Pressure? I don't feel any pressure. I feel stupid, but I don't feel any pressure.
Well, you look stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no pressure, Al. The only pressure is if we're with you.
Yeah.
And so with cameras cranking, we're ready to go. Art and I began at a nice, easy pace. We thought a methodical approach would be best. I mean, we were being really cool. But then, Art brought half this shelf down on the floor. And like kids running away from mommy's punishment, we thought, we better get down to business.
Diet Pepsi? Diet Pepsi. Okay.
Let's go.
Nice. We need another basket.
It was a simple task. Get as many grocery and meat items as we can and follow the arrows.
We need another basket. Turkey. Kogels, all right, and then we'll get baskets.
We huffed and we puffed. Art tried to gain an advantage by tripping Johnny Burke of WHNN, but darn, he escaped. One of the extra bonus items was coffee. We found it and saw where others had shed blood for this. And now we're heading for home with our third basket packed with whatever we can jam into it. I'm shooting from center ice. Art is at the blue line. And then suddenly the basket is taken away and we're heading for the final tally. We waited anxiously as all of our items were added up. And no matter what happens, everybody is a winner because all of what everybody collected goes to charity. And what Art and I have goes to the Salvation Army. Our total was $1,227. Now that's a lot of food items collected in just 5 minutes. We weren't the overall winners, but we're happy with our team effort. And who knows, we may make the plays of the week. Forget about all the fancy new products that line the shelves at the supermarket for just a minute. There are still some proud old favorites that stand tall and proud, like Spam. Like most of us, I'll bet you haven't had this treat since you were a kid. And I'll bet, if you think about it, you miss it.
No, I haven't even thought about it, really.
He doesn't realize that today's Spam has 25% less fat and sodium. That factor, plus the low price and the taste, helps make Spam a big selling item even today.
It used to be a cheap meal. We'd fry it with fried potatoes and beans with the kids growing up. But since we can afford steak...
Well, yes, but that steak can't buy meat premiums like this that are offered by Spam. And look at this. Spam is important enough to be a part of a cookbook. I mean, this one here has got, let's see, taco salad, baked spaghetti, hamburger casserole, fettuccine, and Spam burgers right there. The only thing that bothers me is that this cookbook is from the local Humane Society. Oh, come on now, enough Spam jokes. Linda Ryan remembers Spam as a kid, and she has a very special recipe that the whole family loves.
Basically, it's just a sandwich spread that you can throw together. You can put as much of anything you want, whatever you like in it. What we have in it is pickle relish, cheese, mayonnaise, and you mix it together, put it on hamburger buns, throw it in the broiler for a few seconds till it's golden brown, take it out and eat it.
Well, it sounded good to me, and to Caesar here, too. Well, I think it sounded good. Let's find out. This is really good. Caesar, this is really, really good. Sharing this old favorite with Caesar seemed like the right thing to do. But for the rest of Linda's family, tonight, it's Spam by candlelight.